Lift your hands up and go worship the Lord. Lord, we just bless the name of the Lord. Magnify His name, glorify His name. Worship the King of Kings. And worship the Lord of Lords. He deserves our worship. He deserves our honor. He deserves our thanksgiving. It's the reason why we are here. It's the reason why we woke up this morning. It's the reason why we're going to be there tomorrow. Give Him praise and adoration in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Father, we worship You. Thank You for who You are. Thank You for what You have done. And thank You for what You're about to do. We surrender all completely unto You, that You alone might be seen. Take over from here. Move in Your power. Do that which only You alone can do. Bless Your people in the name of Jesus Christ. Thank You, Holy Spirit. I don't know what to say, but You're going to speak through me. Let my voice not be heard, but let Your voice be heard. Thank You, Lord. In Jesus' name we worship. Amen. Amen. I say amen. Amen. You're welcome in Jesus' name. Amen. For those that are worshiping with us for the first time, say, may God meet you today at the pulse of your needs in Jesus' name. Amen. Shout hallelujah. Hallelujah. The Lord is good. All the time. All the time. The Lord is good. We're going to continue where we stopped last week. We're still on the law of pursuit. Shout hallelujah. Hallelujah. And we sometimes prepare to pursue. It means that if you must pursue, you have to prepare. The thing about human beings is that we start a thing, but we're not ready. Many of things that you start and fail is because you jump into it when you are not ready. Maybe you see somebody else do it, you want to jump into it and do. You don't understand the level of preparation that you need. Everything in life, including your relationship with God, requires what? Preparation. Every journey you want to embark upon starts with preparation. Every height you aspire to attain in life starts with preparation. Many successful people you see today in the secular world are people that started from preparation. They knew what it meant to prepare. They took their time. They paid the price. They got themselves ready for the success that they aspire to attain in life. The problem with us Christians is that we wait and expect manna to fall. We expect that miracle to come. We do not think or believe that we have a role to play. We don't start from somewhere. You want to get to point 10 without going through point 1. That is the mistake. Everything you're going to be, everything you want to be, must start with preparation. Shout hallelujah. Hallelujah. I say shout hallelujah. Hallelujah. Oh, today you don't want to shout hallelujah. Hallelujah. Because I think about preparation. Amen. Amen. Shout hallelujah. Hallelujah. 1 Samuel chapter 17. Quickly, somebody. First Samuel chapter 17. Somebody read from 34 to 37. First Samuel 17.
First Samuel chapter 17, verse 34.
Mm-hmm.
And David said unto Saul, Thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear, and took a lamb out of the flock. And I went out after him, and smote him, and delivered it out of his mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard, and smote him, and slew him. Verse 36. Thy servant slew both the lion and the bear, and these uncircumcised Philistines shall be as one of them, seeing he had defiled the armies of the living God. David said, Moreover, the Lord that delivered me out of the paws of the lion and out of the paws of the bear, he will deliver me out of the hand of these Philistines. And Saul said unto David, Go, and the Lord be with thee.
Oh, shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Last week, we said something here. That preparation, there are 3 levels to preparation. Now we have this thing on the board. We said there are 3 levels to preparation. Say there are 3 levels.
There are 3 levels.
There are 3 levels to preparation. Number 1, information. Number 2, training. Number 3, vigilance. We want to conclude information today. What is information? You need knowledge. You need understanding. You need to gain information about where you are going in life. Even when you are about to fight battle, you need to understand the opposition that is coming against you. You need to know who you are about to involve with. I said something here last week. I said some people jump into marital relationship, for instance. Even as a child of God, without information about who you're about to deal with. You only see somebody, oh, she's so beautiful, he's so handsome, he's rich, he's this, has a good job. You don't understand. It's not all that you know about this person. You need information. Do you know the battle this person is fighting? Do you know the situation surrounding this person? Do you understand the background this person is coming from? Everything you know is about, oh, it's so beautiful, it's so handsome. And when you jump into it, you begin to be confronted with obstacles. You begin to be confronted with the facts, the real fact. What do? The next thing you do is that you blame God. Oh, how can God allow me to go through this? Look at David in 1 Samuel chapter 17. If you understood what my sister just read, when Saul confronted him, I told him, look, listen, you can't handle this guy. Tested warriors are running away from confronting Goliath. Your siblings who have been tested in the battlefront are running away. People are scared of this guy. You are just a child. What gives you that authority? What gives you that, effrontery to want to confront a man like this? You know what David answered him? He said, look, listen. Some time ago, a lion came against the flocks that I was shepherding. I used my bare hands and tore these lions into pieces. And not long after that, a bear came. I used my bare hands. I broke the jaw of the bears. He said, listen to me. I have looked back, forth, front, up, and I've seen that it was God that gave me the power. It was God that gave me the enablement. It was God that made it possible for me to use my bare hands to kill the lions and the bear. And I've looked around me. This one standing is not even up to the lion and the bear. And the same God that did it is going to do it again. That was David. What gave him that kind of that kind of confidence? Information. What information? He knew it. He's been there. He has seen things like he got the experience. And he could relate to the next battle that was ahead of him. He could relate because he had gone through it. He could relate because he could understand. He could relate because he knew what was ahead of him. He knew what he was putting himself into. You don't look at what is going on. You don't even want to understand. Everything you do is about, you look at things visibly. It's all about visual. What you can see, what you can touch. I said here last week, there are many dimensions to the situation that you're going through. There are many perspectives in life. Many of us are used to looking at things from one perspective. That's the problem many Christians have. Many unbelievers look at things from different perspectives. Successful businessmen and women in the secular world, they understand what it means to look at things from different perspectives. But Christians, we look at things only from one perspective. And that's the mistake that we make. I gave a very quick illustration last week. I said, look, if you look at W, the letter W, everybody, 100% of the people here will say, that is what? W. But do you even sit back a little bit to ponder that might not be W? Have you ever looked and said, maybe this thing is not W? I can bet you 100%, if I write W on the wall here, I can bet you that 100% of people here will say this is W.
Of course.
Because we are used to looking at things from that perspective. But do you even understand that that could be an E? You know that? Do you even know that could be an M? Why? If somebody comes and says, no, that's not W, that's an M, what are you going to say? Please, do you even know the letter W if you see it? Why? Because this person is looking at from a different perspective. From a different perspective, you see W. From another perspective, you see an E. From another, yet a different perspective, you see an M. In fact, you can even see a 3, letter 3, from a different perspective. Or number 3, from a different perspective. So W, you could look at W from 4 perspectives and you see 4 different things. Information. Information is critical if you must prepare to pursue. You cannot leave your flank unprepared. There's a way that you have to cover your flank. You need information. Look at 2 Timothy, quickly, chapter 2, verse 15. What does it say?
Timothy chapter 2,
verse 15.
Verse 15. It says, study to show thyself.
It says, study to show thyself approved.
A workman that needed not to be ashamed.
A workman that does not need to be ashamed.
Rightly dividing the word of truth.
Rightly, the key word is rightly dividing the word of truth. It says, study to show thyself approved. Study. That's the key word. Study to show thyself approved. Study to show thyself worthy. Study to show thyself prepared. Study to show thyself ready. That's the word of God. You need to study to gather the kind of information that will shoot you ahead. The kind of information that will give you an edge over your enemies. I see here all the time. A child of God that does not know where his or her battles are coming from is not yet ready for victory. Or don't you know that? If you know the battles that are fighting you, 50% of your battle is won already. The problem with most of us is that you don't even know the battles that you're fighting. If you don't know the battles you're fighting, how are you going to confront the battle? Some people say, oh, I'm a child of God. Don't worry about that. Jesus has conquered on the cross. Oh, that is nothing. There's nothing there. Some people say, there are no witches. Oh, please. When they say child of God, I just say there are witches. And yet, the Bible says Satan is the what? The prince of this world. And you are telling me there are no witches. In other words, you know more than God. That is a problem with us. You don't study to show yourself approved. Everything you go through, even the battles that you're fighting, you need to understand where are they coming from? Who is fighting me? What do I need to do to win this battle? Study to show thyself approved. You need to gather information. You need to learn. You don't just jump into anything. You don't even just jump into any battle. Where are they coming from? Who are they? What's their strength? What do I need to prepare? Some of you want to get involved in projects or business or whatever. The first thing you see is, that business. They say if you do it, you make millions. Really? Oh yeah. Don't you see, brother, sister, and sister? They are making millions. That's all you know. But do you even know this? Do you even know what it means? Do you even know where to start? Do you even know where to go? What information do you get? No, nothing. You only hear millions. That's why most people fail in businesses. Even when you jump in, most fail. It's not about money. It's not about fame. It's not about the profit. What you're going to gain, the gain. But do you know there are also losses? In fact, you know that it could be through losses that you get to the top. Right. Well, some people don't know that. You think that everything in life is about winning? It could be through losses that you get to the top. Yeah. Most people, the way to the top is through the pains and the hearts and the sorrow, all the battles you go through. This is the way to get to the top for most people. But you need information. David had information. David had experience that gave him the boldness, that prepared him to confront Goliath. Amen. Some of you don't even know how to read the Bible. You come in, sit down, listen to the word of God. The moment you cross that place, even the word of God that you were listening to is all out. They ask you, what did the pastor preach on today? Man, the message was so powerful. The pastor was so that of last Sunday was so, this is it. But sister, what topic? He was talking about, David and, Goliath. But it was so powerful. Yes. Why? Because you don't know how to study to show thyself approved. Shout hallelujah. Hallelujah. I say shout hallelujah. Hallelujah. What will stand you out is the information that you get before you prepare. If you don't gather the right kind of information before you start, you are bound to fail. In any endeavor of life. I tell you about marriage, I always contribute with for the young ones listening to us now, and those that are planning to get married. It is very vital that you gather the right information before you get to a man or a woman. Otherwise, you're going to make a mistake of your life. Shout hallelujah. Hallelujah. The Bible talked about a group of people. They were Christians. If you still remember them. Acts chapter 17, verse 10 to 11. The Bible said that the Berean Christians were what? They were more horrible than their brethren in Thessalonica. Why? So because they received the word with all readiness of mind and search the scriptures daily. Whether those things were so. We are so used to, you can just take anything anybody tells you. Some of you didn't want to say, this person is this. Before you know it, you just take it. Oh, why? Because you don't know how to research things for yourself. Do you know if what I'm telling you is true? It says Paul went to the Berean Christians, preached the message of salvation to them, told them everything he knew about Jesus Christ, asked them to give their life to Christ, to surrender to the will of the Holy Spirit. You know what they did? They went home. They said, you know what? I heard Paul. That's a good thing, but you know what? Let me look for this. What did he say? I need to make sure for myself. Yeah. They started doing what? Researching. They search. Is it true? Is Jesus Christ really the Son of God? Is this salvation? This thing they say is free. Is it free? How free is it? Do I need? Is Jesus the only way? How about the way of Baal and others? Are they not still going to lead us to God? Okay, if it's only way, how is that possible? That we have all these other minor ways. That wouldn't this one lead to God also? Why should we pass through Jesus Christ? They research for themselves. They study to show themselves approved. They study. They went to the world. They made inquiries. They got themselves prepared to receive the message of salvation. And the Bible says they were more noble than the brethren in Thessalonica. I want to believe they are more noble than us today. That's why we say all the time we're Christians, but we don't do the things that Christians are supposed to do. You know why? We don't research the word of God for ourselves. The Bible says those that do know their God will be what? Strong. And they'll do what? Exploit. The key word is what? Know. How do you know your God? How do you know who God is? The Berean Christians research for themselves. How do you know who your God is? It is because we do not know God. That's why you wait for somebody to ask you to come to church. It's because you do not know God. That's when on Sunday morning, when you can afford it, that's when you choose to take extra hours. It's because you do not know God. That is why you can live your life. In the daytime, you behave like a Christian. At night, you are worse than an unbeliever. Because we do not know God. That's why you cry every time opposition comes. Because you think that as a child of God, you shouldn't pass through stuff in life. You see, that's why, because you do not know God. You will know that those that do know God will suffer persecution. In fact, the more you know God, the more persecution that will come your way. Amen. Yes. Did you know that? Yes. Jesus said, if they persecute me, they will persecute you. In fact, you will not even need to do anything wrong to anybody. In fact, that you are a child of God, you receive battles. Yes, people that you help will turn against you. People that are supposed to be there for you will desert you when it really matters. Powers that don't want to fight other members of your family from your background will rise up because he sees that you are light. He said, this is the one we want to fight. Forget about those other ones. This is the one. Why? Because you carry Jesus Christ. You are the light. You are different from them. And darkness and light cannot coexist. It's because you know God. It is this knowledge that will help you to know how to wage war in the spirit. It is this knowledge that will help you to know how to fight, how to free yourself, how to rise up above circumstances. the knowledge of God that will give you that effrontery, that confidence, to stand, to speak the word, and circumstances begin to change. It is that boldness that you're going to have to bind demons and they remain bound.
Amen.
That's why I said they will be strong and they will do what? Exploits. When you know God. How do you know God? You study. Information. Don't just go by what people are telling you. Start to know God for yourself. Research the Word of God. Read. Sometimes I even was watching a movie that has to do with Muslims and Christians in Turkey, in the ancient Turkey, in the 1300s. There were Muslims there, and there were Christians, and they were fighting. The Muslims were winning the Christians. Every time they go to battle, even when they do the warfare, the ordinary warfare where they sneak out and kill people in the forest, the Muslims always had the upper hand over the Christian brothers. These Christian brothers were called the guardians or something, the knights. They were trained army and they were supposed to fight for the Lord. But these other Muslims, they were also trained for Muhammad, and they were fighting Christians. They were winning. Every step they were winning. I was so angry when I was watching. He said, seriously, I watched the movie and got so angry. I said, wait a minute, why were the Muslims winning over the Christians like this? And I realized one thing. You know one thing? The Christians believe in prayer, they prayed. The Muslims believe in preparation. They were tested warriors. Every day they are going to the field to train. They're training. And when they encounter Christians, they slaughter them like dogs. I sat back and said, the word of God came fresh to my spirit. Watch and pray. Watch and pray. Christians were praying. They were not watching. The Muslim got upper hand. Why? Because they prepared. Every available moment, they were in the battlefield preparing. Fighting among themselves, getting ready, preparing. But we Christians, we mass, taking Holy Communion. When the moment you cross the street, they grab you and slaughter you.
Can't defend yourself.
Because they were stronger physically than them. Now you will ask, why didn't our God protect them? Our God gave you everything you need for what? Life and what? Godliness. Don't you know that? It is left for you to grab. When you know that they are preparing, what stops you from preparing while you are praying? No, we want to pray because manna will come from heaven. And when it doesn't come, you say God is not good. But you forget there's a level you need to get to that preparation. Information is number one. We're going to continue next time to show you how information is not the only thing you need. You're going to need training. You talk about training now? The Muslims were trained. They became what? They became very tested warriors. Because of the training they got, they became tested warriors. And then you're going to understand vigilance. You don't just, because you are trained, because you got the information, you behave anyhow. Oh, I'm trained. Oh, no. Even the most trained warrior can be killed if you are not vigilant.
Amen.
That's the truth.
That's right.
Let's be on our feet.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Amen.
Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
You need to study to show yourself approved. Come to the Holy Spirit now. Let know where you are lacking your level of preparation. What information do you need to succeed in life? About that job, that career, that business, that marriage that you're about to embark upon. That warfare that you're fighting. What information do you need? Talk to the Holy Spirit now to open you up and be ready to be opened up. To be able to study to show yourself approved this morning. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Give us the enablement, oh God, even as we come before you. Open us up as we get ready to be opened up. Let the right kind of information that we're going to need to get to the next level be released unto us right now in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Even as we plan the word upon you this week, Father, renew our strength. Energize us afresh. Empower us for victory. Remove obstacles from our path. Do that which only we're looking. We worship and honor you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Gilgal Christian Center, 4416 Monroe Road, Charlotte, North Carolina, 28205. Gilgal Christian Center, where burdens roll away. Gilgal Christian Center, a deliverance and prayer ministry.